Hi, I'm Synthia Cognita.
And I'm Felix Logis. Welcome to today's episode of the Autonomous Brief Political Edition, where we dive into the world of politics and dissect the latest news and trends. Today, we're tackling some big stories from around the globe.
Let's start with President Trump's plan to impose tariffs on Mexico, Canada, and China. Felix, what's the thinking behind this move?
Well, Cynthia, according to sources, Trump is looking to retaliate against perceived trade imbalances and illegal drug trafficking. As Satyam Pandey from S&P Global Ratings said, the new administration is picking up where Mr. Trump left off in using trade policy as an instrument of both economic and foreign policy.
That's right, but economists are warning that these tariffs could have serious consequences for the global economy. Elijah Oliveros Rosen from S&P Global Ratings says, a period of uncertainty and volatility can be expected, with alternatives still possible depending on the scope and implementation of the tariffs.
Exactly. And if implemented in full, consumer price inflation could rise to 3 to 4%. That's a big deal, folks.
Now, let's switch gears and talk about Brexit. It's been 5 years since the UK officially left the EU. Felix, what's the state of play?
Well, Cynthia, Downing Street is downplaying fanfare on this anniversary, but they're highlighting some benefits of Brexit, like freedom from EU regulations. According to a source, the government has marked the anniversary with little fanfare, with no official events to celebrate the occasion.
That's interesting. And Sir Keir Starmer wants to make Brexit work better for the British people while strengthening relations with Europe. But what about the criticism from other parties?
Ah, yes. The Conservatives are accusing the government of dismantling Brexit, while the Liberal Democrats call the Brexit deal an utter disaster. It's clear that opinions on Brexit are still sharply divided.
Let's move on to another story. The Chagos Islands deal is making waves in international relations. Felix, what's the latest?
Well, Cynthia, Keir Starmer is putting pressure on Mauritius to renegotiate the deal, which has sparked tensions with Trump allies who claim it poses a threat to U.S. national security. As tensions rise over the Chagos Islands deal, Keir Starmer's pressure on Mauritius underscores the complex web of interests at play in this critical region.
That's right. It's a delicate situation that requires careful navigation. And finally, let's talk about the latest developments in the world of trade policy. The Trump administration is set to impose tariffs on Mexico, Canada, and China effective February 1st.
That's right. Economists are warning that these tariffs could lead to a surge in inflation, slow economic growth, and damage critical relationships with other nations around the world. According to sources, experts believe that Canada and Mexico may reach an agreement to avoid tariffs, potentially averting a painful trade war.
Well, there you have it, folks. A wrap up of some of the biggest stories in politics today. Thanks for tuning in.
And thanks to our viewers for watching the Autonomous Brief Political Edition.